hello everyone. Welcome to this session. I've got Anupama ma'am with me, and ma'am we'll be talking a lot about operations and operations management and who should be doing the operations. Is operations meant for BCom or non-engineers? What are going to be financial operations? And how you can succeed in your MBA if you're taking the operations management, because we've been getting a lot of questions कि sir, marketing and finance के बारे में as a student we know a lot of things and there is a lot of material and content available on social media, but operations के बारे में इतना ज़्यादा available है नहीं. And ma'am actually बच्चों के ना बहुत सारे myths है operations के बारे में कि operations का मतलब होता है ground level पे काम करना and getting your hands dirty, something like that. So we have a gold medalist, by the way. Ma'am, I would love to hear your profile from your side, and if you can just detail me अगर आप अपना profile बता दोगे, because I know the profile is really amazing. I was really surprised to see so many things ma'am have done. So ma'am, please
continue. Thank you so much for the introduction. But I am Dr. Anupama. I am here as an associate professor and associate dean operations. I am heading this Vivekanand Business School since last 3 years. And I have got the opportunity to take this particular operation into a field where students have got 100% placement. And I see that there's a huge scope in operations. And as a result, the students are coming to me with a query, as you were also saying, the same query. That ma'am, what is the scope? I would like to know. And people are placed in packages, good packages in company like Amazon, Flipkart, into companies like Accenture and many. Wow. So I personally would say that though I come from a BCom background, I have done my PhD in operations with reliability and supply chain on survival analysis. And then that gave me an instinct of the opportunity that I am going to get ahead. And believe me, there was no stopping back since then. And this has really, this pandemic has given me, and in fact, the student, a great opportunity in operation and supply chain management.
Exactly, ma'am.
So I guess with your questions ahead, I'll be able to give this all insights to you.
Sure. So great. Thank you so very much for that introduction, ma'am. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to start with is, can you clear a little bit air or myth about that operations का मतलब होता है कि वो जो mechanical operations होते हैं या फिर ground level पे जो चीजें होती है जो हम करते हैं, like today students really want to sit in the office and work on the laptop, right? They feel that operations matlab field pe jana hai and actually getting your hands dirty. Ma'am, according to you, what sort of profiles in the operations era we are currently looking at? Is it the same thing that working on a field or a ground level, or if you do operations you can still sit in the office and work on the laptop?
See, actually when we say manufacturing, it is conversion of raw material into finished products. So when we talk about operation, people have the myth of going into the shop floor and working with the machineries and as you what say. But now when we talk of operations and supply chain, operation has taken the manufacturing as well as services into its fold. So we are not only thinking of manufacturing sector, but we are also taking into account the services, the service industries. So hospitals, hospitality management, so insurance and whatever we have, wherever we are giving service facility, all are coming under operation management. So we have a huge scope for our students. Our students get to work as an engineer. We have many profile coming for engineers. You will be stunned to know that people who are BCom background are well placed. People who have BMS are well placed into operations. Because if you have the operational, mentality and aptitude for the work, you will be placed everywhere. And operations, it has marketing has an operation, finance has operation,
absolutely,
supply chain has operation, operation will have operation. So it is everywhere needed. So it is the thing that not only manufacturing, but as well as service industry are coming into operation and field management. So it is not that we have to work. Suppose a BTech student comes, he has done mechanical engineering. So he would be thinking that I have to work with that, assembling of the parts and components. And it's not that. Once you have done management, you will be asked to manage the inventory. You will be asked to manage the supply chain. You will be asked to manage when to order, what to order, how much quantity to order. And if you are a BTech in mechanical, you can also assist your junior who would be, if he's doing something wrong in his mechanical or technical part, you can assist him. You have to schedule his work. You have to sequence which activity should be done prior to which activity. So there's no idle time in between so there is no stock out, there is no shortage. So that is how you have to manage the flow of activity, the flow of inventory, the entire thing, so that we can economize time, we can economize cost, we can reduce the idle time. So it is not that only the electrical engineer, mechanical or civil engineer need to work with the cement and electrical component. It's not that. So electrical engineer would be knowing what are the electrical components needed. But then how to use that component to optimize the time, work efficiently, make business out of it, will be the work of operation manager. He will be managing those.
Right. I think somehow when I talk about engineers, it gives them an added advantage, because when you are in engineer or when you are in, doing the engineering thing, right? Mechanical, civil, information technology, so on and so forth. And when you do an MBA, you are actually one level up. So you know the technicals of engineering, the domain of
management.
MBA, and that's a deadly combination, mere khayal se. So I have seen people working with Skoda, I have seen people working with Mercedes-Benz, I've seen people working with BMW very much efficiently, and they're getting really good packages.
Correct.
So as ma'am said, even agar hum baat karenge FinOps ke bare mein, financial operations ke bare mein, operations ke bache ma'am finance mein bhi kaam karte hain.
Correct.
So mere khayal se, and there are a lot of people. Okay, so this one question just popped up in my mind. Ma'am, according to you, what is the chance for a student doing operations management to get into consulting domain?
Oh, that's really a very interesting question. A recent pass out student has is well placed into financial consulting, and he is an engineer, but is working as a financial consultant and is doing very good. In fact, I would say 2 of my students who is an engineer is into sourcing and procurement in GP companies like
General
GP.
Electrics. Wow.
Yeah, they are asking me, ma'am, what do you say if I join consulting firm? Because I see a lot of scope in consulting. So I said, go ahead. It's very good. So it means that, see, when we talk of policy bazaar, we are, we take services of policy bazaar. People, will explain as a very basic thing I want to say, because all of us, are trying to buy health insurance. We try to, buy some medical or term life or whatever. There are many XYZ things being sold in policy bazaar. So they will tell you the entire thing. So the marketing people will tell you. But what when we go for a claim settlement? So all documentation, your records, your policy, the process. So all the operational job. So that is being handled by operational team. So we have, insure and, prices and all. We have money control and all. So we have people who are continuously monitoring and, the documentation work and the process, even in your patent, copyright and all, licensing. There are a lot of documentation and process going on. So we have students who are getting placed in those fields. And they have a knowledge. But for that, if you are BCom and you have taken operation, that would give you far more insight. I would like to add one more thing, sir. People come to me and say that from engineering background, and they say, I would like to take some time of finance.
Yeah.
I say that, what would you be, with whom are you going to compete with? We're going to compete with 1 year of specialization in finance, with CA, with CS, with ICWI, with CFAs, with MCOMs. Would you be getting a job? Will you be doing justice to your specialization? Then they say no, ma'am. So if you want to compete, actually want to go up in the scale, you can take operations, and that will give you a far more than what with engineering degree and operation would take you ahead. And even if for BCom, and then operation can take you ahead.
That's right. That's right.
That's really a good thing that I can see students working and doing very, very good in from finance background in operation.
Okay.